Hi, my name is Borys, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 Afro House percussion patterns. We'll be focusing on elements like congas and toms, which are the core of Afro House drum beats. Before we get into the video, if you like what we are doing on this channel, make sure to subscribe. We've got more content on Afro House coming up. If you'd like to learn Ableton with all the foundations of music production, check out the Beginner to Advanced Live 12 Start to Finish course. And if you want to take your Afro House tracks to the next level, see the Afro House Academy, which is packed with courses, project files, samples, and presets. Alright, so let's get started. We have 3 tracks that we're going to be analyzing today. First of all, this track is called Flow. We have just a clip from that template, and let's just hear it. Okay, so this track was created by taking this Afro House percussion loop. Let's just hear it. Just right-clicking on it and going to convert drums to new MIDI track. And this now gets us some MIDI playing here. And we can actually disable everything than the snare. And we have some more samples. For example, we have this sound we want to play in this exact pattern. Let's just go to C3. Also, we have like an Afro perc sample. Let's play this one as well. And we also have a tom, which is following this exact same pattern. So all these 3 sounds together. Okay, and then on top of these sounds, we have a little bit of processing. Here we're just high cutting the sound. Here we are just doing the exact same thing. And on the tom, we can actually paste in some reverb as well. So this ends up feeling a bit more spacious, and it gives a really nice touch to this tom. So here's what we have by now. And with the kick, this already gives us a nice groove. And actually on top of this, we just have another audio track with an Afro House percussion loop. You'll find many more of these awesome percussion loops in our sample packs. And as you can hear, this percussion loop really makes this groove. Adjusting the levels, slight EQ adjustments, and on top of this, we just have some shakers. This is also just a loop with EQ. And we also have this top loop. Just a head/tambourine loop. Yeah, but altogether it makes up a really nice groove. Let's take a look at the next one. This one is called Djabule. Let's just hear it. And here the heart of it is this toms pattern right here. Let's try to actually remake it. I'm going to remove all of the MIDI from it, and all that we have loaded up on this track is a very short tom. And we are kind of playing a bit of a rhythmic melody here with this tom by sequencing out different notes with this single sample. Let's get started with C3 actually. And we can go up an octave here. So especially what's important are these offbeat hits. So we could even try disabling everything that's on the beat, and we would be left with this. And these 2 are just some additional hits, which will get a bit lost with the sidechain. So if we also add sidechain compression on it, and we actually go to the kick track, we can actually also loop just this area, and it works. Let's take a look at other percussion elements here. We have a perc group right here. And these are all loops, which you will find a lot of in our sample packs. We are narrowing down the frequency spectrum on all of these. to make an original sounding pattern. Here also just the lower mids, and here a bit higher frequencies. It's a nice background sort of groove. And this one is really cool. It's actually sending some stuff to the delay return track, and it just adds that super nice roll towards the end of the phrase. And I really like this sample, this djembe. We just have a high-end group as well, and here you can see there's a bit more sequence stuff. First of all, we have a hat loop, then just a texture sound, also a shaker, so a lot of layering here actually. A tamb, a clav, and just a shaker sound, which is acting as a hat. Same thing actually. Just a wood block, a clav made in Serum, just with white noise. And this ride, this really adds a lot here. So we're actually sequencing a hi-hat sample for attack, and a ride which really adds that groovy feeling here in the offbeat position. So once again, everything. Alright, and let's take a look at the last one. This track is called Kele. Let's just listen to it. This one is a bit more complex, so we're just going to analyze what's going on here. First of all, we have this kick and bass group, which is just the kick sound. We are not playing the bass in this exact part. Yeah, but we have a lot of layers on the kick, so it's nice and thick. But we can actually disable it now, so let's listen to everything else. And we are divided here into three groups. We have Perks 1, we have Perks 2, and we have some top loops. So the top loops are quite standard, but the magic lies all within these perk groups. So let's expand these three tracks at the beginning. Let's take a look at what we have here. Just a shout sample first, and actually no processing, because sometimes if the sample is good, then you might not need anything. We just have a bongo, just chopped like this, and also a djembe. A bit of reverb, so we're sending this to our reverb return track. What else? We have this perk right here, and also another perk. So this is what this sounds like. It's a bit of a cut and paste method of coming up with rhythms, but altogether this perk group already gives our kick a bit of groove. And let's hear this with the kick. Okay, so I'm disabling this perk group for now, and let's take a look at the second perk group. Here we are starting out with a tom, just a very simple tom synthesized, and on top of this we have a groove from claps. Just really taking advantage of velocity editing here. Yeah, so you can do actually quite a bit with velocity adjustments. And yeah, we also have some bongo loops, which really stand out with the reverb. So it would be a bit boring without the effects, but once we add them, this really sounds alive. We also have a bongo. So everything together, I'm just going to play this perks group with the kick as well. Alright, so let's also take a look at the top elements. So what we have here is just a hat, Also playing a nice pattern, single bongo sound, lots of elements actually. A top loop, no processing on it, just a single hat, also zero processing, just a bit of panning to the left. Another shaker loop. Yeah, sometimes loops are just really well made, so you can just drag and drop them into a project. And same with this shaker loop right here. And also this one. It's black because we've used this gain here. It looks like this. And we're using this transients preserve actually, so it actually would sound like this. But yeah, with the transient preserve, it just turns into something completely different. Let's hear this fragment all together. Alright, I hope you'll find this video on percussion patterns in Afro House useful. Make sure to check out our Music Production Academy with lots of start-to-finish courses on making tracks in various genres. If you'd like to learn Live 12 with all the foundations of music production, check out the Beginner to Advanced Live 12 Start-to-Finish course. And if you'd like to improve your Afro House tracks, check out the Afro House Academy, which is packed with courses, project files, samples and presets. All links you will find in the video description. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, leave us a like, write a comment, and I will see you in the next ones.